Hello and welcome. We are going to be folding a birch bark star similar to this one. It's 3D, has spokes on all sides, and is fairly straightforward to make. Now we're going to start with 4 birch bark strips. All of them are folded exactly in half, and we are going to make a tight weave with them. So one goes over the other, the 2 folds pointing top and left. And then we'll add 2 more with folds pointing bottom and right. So that way we just need to make that tight weave. So this one is going to go through the 2 sides on that top one. And now this last piece is going to go over that first one. So the 2 strands will go in between it, and then it will be tucked inside the 2 strands of that top one. And my birch bark has been drying, and I forgot to fold it flat. So of course it's curling up, as it will do. Here we're just tucking it in. All right, now we'll tighten up the pieces, and this will give us our base. So the folds keep all the 4 strands together. Just keep tightening it up, wiggling it together until you have this cute little basket weave base to work with. So now what we're going to do is take the top strand of each one, and we'll fold it down in sort of a windmill pattern. So top, right, bottom, left. When we get to the left one, we'll put it over the first strand and under the second. You're going to have to kind of wiggle it a little bit and pull it through. All right, and now we're ready to go, because now we have 2 strands on all sides, all 4 sides of the star. So we are going to start now making the side points, and it'll be the left side that you work from, or the right side, but the left one. And so you're going to fold it in a kind of a unique way. You fold it left towards the front and then down. So that way it makes a little fold the spoke. And then you're going to tuck it underneath and pull it through. Just keep kind of playing with it. Sometimes if the birch bark is a little bit dry, it can get silly. So just playing around with it. And there we have it. Good enough. We've got our first star point. So then we'll turn, and on the next side, we're going to also pick the left one, fold it out 90 degrees, down 90 degrees, and then fold that together on itself, kind of like you're doing a paper airplane. So that's the point that you want to make, and then you kind of make the folds and get that the rest of the strand tucked right under that piece, and that's what's going to hold it in place. Now don't trim off the extra ends yet, because these tails are what we will use to do the points on the front and back. But go ahead and do it again. Go to the next side. Towards the back, you'll fold it 90 degrees, and then you'll fold it down 90 degrees, and do that paper airplane fold in the center. All right, got that one snuck through. And now we are on the final one for this side. So same as we've done, next side, take the left one, fold back 90 degrees. These tails are getting everywhere. Back 90 degrees, down 90 degrees, and those make 45-degree angles. This one's really kind of finicky. And then fold it in. This is going to be the tiniest spoke I've ever had. All right, tucking that final tail in. we have our first set of, I don't know if they're called spokes or pokes or whatever, but we're going to flip it around so that we're looking at the other side. And what we're going to do is the same exact thing as we just did. So since we flipped it over, we can now do the left side, and that's going to help our muscle memory to make this part go a little faster. So left 90 degrees, down 90 degrees, airplane fold, inward, and then tuck the tail under. So go ahead and repeat that for the remaining 4 pieces total. You can go ahead and hit pause now. All right, now we are on the front and the back. So as you can see, we need to do 4 swirls on the front. So how we're going to do that is we have our 4 pieces. Take whichever one you want to start, and you're basically just going to flip it around and go under itself like that. So I'm going to grab a scissors and cut a poke because it's quite difficult to do it. So you're basically going underneath the spot that it came from and keeping, the same side up. You're not flipping it upside down at all. You're just turning it around in a circle and going 90 degrees to the left. All right, and as you're kind of, just have to finagle it, just kind of pull it under till it's tight. And there you have your first front side poke done. So just move on to the one adjacent to it. I'm just going to grab the scissors again and cut it because it's really getting tight here. So again, we're going to flip it underneath 90 degrees and slip it under all the way through. So go ahead and do that for the remaining 3. Just go ahead and go clockwise, loop it around under itself, and tuck it under. Now I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the tails, the final tails of the 4 front side points that we just created. So clip it real nice and close. It's not going to unfold. You should be just fine clipping it. So we'll get that tidy, and then we are going to flip the star around and do the exact same thing on the final side. All right, so flipping it over, go ahead and continue the 4, making the 4 points. Grab just whichever one you want to start with, loop it around and tuck it under itself, and rinse and repeat 4 times. And when you're ready, go ahead and clip off those last 4 tails, and you're all set to go. So you have your birch bark star. All right, mine is not perfect, but that is part of the beauty of this neat craft. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a new appreciation for birch bark and the beautiful things you can accomplish with it.